Yeah, I think we are lined up here, and the hair is, I think, pretty acceptable. Looks good. You guys think it looks good, right? Looks good. Okay, good. All right, day 45 of the Fit in 10 Challenge. And listen, I sent your numbers last night, and in that email there is a link to a calendar where you can book your body fat scans because they are coming up this weekend, right? Well, I'm running them through Saturday, or from Saturday through to Tuesday. All right, so book your body fat scans if you have not already. Okay, listen, somebody asked me about protein powder, and I know I did respond to this person, but there's a few things I want to mention to you guys because I know you're not all using what I recommend that you use. But first I want to say this. There is no authority looking into what is in these products, okay, unless it's pharmaceutical grade. All right, so you want to get a pharmaceutical grade product. All right, Magnum Quattro that I carry is pharmaceutical grade, so they have to match. They have to be within 99.9% of label claim. Okay, so it's pharmaceutical, which means it's made in a pharmaceutical factory, and they have to follow pharmaceutical guidelines. All right, some of these other protein powders that are out there that aren't pharmaceutical grade, well, most are not pharmaceutical grade. They do things like spike the powder with cheap amino acids, so they raise the protein level, but the overall quality of the protein is low. All right, or they use fillers in the product. Okay, you know, you can tell if there's a filler in there if you look at the label and you see that the purity is low on the protein. Okay, but again, the label could be off. The label could just not represent what's in the product, right? So. But if you want to know the purity on a product, all you have to do is look at the serving size, so the weight of the serving size, and then look at the amount of protein you actually get in that. Okay, so in the case of Magnum, you get a 35-gram scoop, or in 35 grams of protein powder, you get 30 grams of protein, so it's pretty pure. Okay, all right. Somebody wrote me as well, and they said that well, let me take a step back here. During the workshop that we had in the weekend, I talked about why weight training was superior for fat loss, okay? Of course, there's a myth out there that low-intensity cardio is better for fat loss, or is best for fat loss, which is not true. And I'll talk about that in a little bit. But what I wanted to say was, you know, there are other, obviously, benefits to, you know, doing low-intensity cardiovascular work, and for some people that might be a meditative type thing. And in fact, for yours truly, it was. I did do this for many years, actually. I still do some mornings as well, right? I do cardio, I do low-intensity cardio. It just allows me to clear my mind and just, you know, kind of gather my thoughts for the day. So, you know, there are many other advantages to doing it, but I was speaking purely on, as a tool for fat loss and what happens over time metabolically if you keep doing lots of low intensity cardio. So that's what I wanted to say about that. If it's a huge help to you in your life, then by all means keep doing it. Okay, you have to weigh everything out, of course, right? All right, here is today's message. Okay, and it's actually an excerpt from something that Mr. Ballantyne has written. Craig Ballantyne, a guy that I follow, one of my favorites, and he says that success begins and ends with your personal responsibility. Success lives and dies with you and your ability to take action. Identify what needs to be done and take action today. All right? So really, you know, what we keep hearing here is responsibility, self-responsibility, and action, right? And when you put self-responsibility and action into play in your life, when you put it at the forefront, you can see dramatic change. All right, so I wanted to share that with you guys. I think it's a pretty important message, and that's it. All right, so listen, submit, commit, do everything you got to do. You know what you got to do, right? You know what you got to do, and put it into play. It's never too late. All right, if you haven't been on board, get on board now. All right, Change can still happen. Change happens every day. All right? We'll talk to you guys all soon. We will see ya. Bye, guys. Bye.